This time on Woody's Garage. Am I going to get a Dirty Sanchez or not?
Okay, we're back on this basket, and I was trying the easy out. You know what these things are. You tap them in, and then you turn. So when you're turning in, it bites. When you're turning out, it bites into the hole. Yeah, I described that fine. Anyway, the easy outs aren't really cutting it. I've bent the damn handle. I've never had much luck with easy outs. So I think I'm going to take the Dremel and see if I can get a little more of this material out. Thin enough that I can get it out of there. So we're cleaning up the mag plate, and I noticed that this hole's been boogered, and I don't know what that holds. You can see that there, if that's going to be a problem or not. I was trying to clean out this groove the best I can. My battery's about to go on me. But that's got to hold that O-ring so that it goes in smoothly and not cockeyed like it was when I pulled it out. Okay, this is a clutch outer plate, and it has a bearing here that is not moving. So I went around the other side and I was tapping on the center piece here to get it out, and I got it almost out, and I'm sure it'll come out pretty easy if I just tap that out. So let me tap that out and we'll take another look. Yeah, I just use this punch. Well, actually it's the other side. Okay, and this is a little doot that came out. Nice and rusty, and the bearing, no, not moving. So our next thing would be like how, this is pressed in, but how could you ever get it out? I did a good job. Blasted everything out. Nice. That's loosening up. You can kind of see in the back there, I don't know if you can see, but there is a gap, and that's where all the crud is. There we go, that's moving. Almost. We'll get it cleaner. Pulling the cylinder studs out. I should have done this a long time ago. Look at the junk that's coming out from around the base. This isn't even the one that I think has the oil travel. I think that one is. That'll be really terrible. Yeah, I could have cleaned the cases a lot easier if I had taken these out. Duh. You can see exactly where that oil pump made its last stand. This is the oil pump, and yeah, I'm spending a shitload of time on it trying to get these gaskets off. Little wire brush action, and this is a chopstick made into kind of a scraper to get that off. Helps to like drill a hole in the wood so that part can like stick down there and it can sit flat. This was the plunger for the clutch, at least that's the name I'm giving it. And I mean, that even took like a lot of cleaning up. But once again, I think it's usable. Can't remember where that goes, but it must be for the oil pump. So I found the outside case of the oil pump. We'll clean that up. So that's kind of the oil pump. The star inside of the wheel thing. And they seem to spin okay. Let me see if I can show you this. Here's the other mangled piece. I mean, all of this is really shit. But this piece fits into that. And then that moves. I got to keep my thumb on it because the cover would do that. And seems like with everything else, the more you spin it, the easier it is to do. So, you know, there's probably still some crud in there and stuff, but the parts, once again, usable? I don't know. maybe someone would say no. And the mag assembly, clean this off a little bit. I even ran sandpaper across the points. And the contacts don't look that bad. And it's unfrozen now, but I mean, geez. Here, this is the old harness. What's left of it. Only 2 wires. There's some frayed wires there. Yeah. That attaches to this plate right here, which I might do once this is clean. Alright, I'm still at a point now where I'm evaluating stuff. Everything is so filthy dirty. You know, I keep thinking like, well, it's not worth it. Everything's going to work against each other because, you know, all these parts are, you know, I've just been cleaning this up for 20 minutes. It's a plate for the star shifter. And yeah, it looks like it'll work, but it's kind of pitted and stuff like that. And I'm trying to make all these old parts work like I'm the professor on Gilligan's Island, you know, like it's the only way off the island. But there are so many parts that are just so bad. This is the cam chain plunger, and I've just like sanded this because it was all kind of pitted and kind of swollen looking. It was kind of weird, but will it work? Yeah, I think it will work. But there's so many of these, like, maybe it'll work, maybe it'll give you a problem later, that, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I need to put this engine together. Boy, I'd like to see it run. You know, it's just sitting here. I'm going to pull it apart again in a little while and see if I can get the gear shifting to kind of work. I would say the kickstart shaft is kind of cooked. The case screws are surprisingly not in really bad shape, but you can see where they gave me a hard time. So I'm just going to take the wire wheel and get that stuff off, and then put them with these guys, just with a little oil in the bag, you know, to keep them fresh. I keep the broken off one too, so that I know kind of like what length to look for when I'm replacing it. That one's a beaut. Got some like dowel pins and stuff like that I threw in there. Here's the old condenser. Look at the screw. And the cam chain, they're obviously snapped, and a wire. These cam chain parts are definitely need to be replaced. I mean, teeth missing. And I got this one to roll, but I don't think it's supposed to roll, just the rubber on the outside, so that'll have to be replaced as well. Alright, I brought the engine outside because it's a nice day. Assembled it to the point I didn't put the kick starter in, although I did get that spring in where it's supposed to go, but it's so decrepit and I'm missing those thrust washers, etc. But what we got is I'm turning the shift drum with these, and it kind of looks like turning the output shaft on the other side. Well, sometimes it seems to shift. Nothing seems to be bound up or anything. I guess that's neutral first. I don't know. I think what I'm getting at here is buying the parts off eBay would be crazy. So I gotta check with my pal in Little Honda, Kirby, and see if he has parts. Obviously he could get a lot of money for the parts too, so I don't know if that's going to work out. So I got to make a list and See if he's got them. Hey, maybe he wants to sponsor a video. I doubt it. Okay. So that's it for now. And here lies Dirty Sanchez. We got him in its own nice milk crate where it'll rest until a later day, because it'll rest till a later day. Right next to the kitty litter. Now I'll find a place for it, but right now I've decided it's just too much, and I'm going to move on to another project, which is my CT70, which is kind of a parts bike that I built into a bike, and it needs a lot of refinements and stuff like that, but I want to get this one ready for Goma's Mini Bike Massacre, which is coming up in about a month or so. This one needs new clutch plates, which are in there. I haven't ridden this one in years. I was trying to build the Dirty Sanchez for this bike, so I had a clutch instead of, this is a semi-automatic 3-speed. The engine runs, it's okay. So we'll get it ready for the race, and you can see I've already done some stuff. But the main thing we got to do is change those clutch plates, and to do that I got to take off the foot pegs and the kickstart and pull that side cover off, and then we'll see if we ordered the right clutch plates or if we didn't, and go from there. So this will be the next project. CT70, 1971 by the way.